Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the C# video tutorial series. Today we're going to look at file output, which is a really important part of programming. So we're going to do another project, new project, empty, and we'll call it file outputs, and start it. Create a source file. Add new item, code file. And I'm going to call this one main.cs. So I'm going to actually give this one a title, the whole project, where this is the main chunk of it. Okay, great. So we're going to start off by using system, and we're also going to be using system.io, and then we're going to declare a class, and this is going to be write file public static void main function. Okay, the first step in writing to an output file is to declare the class type. So we'll do file info space, and we're just going to call this the letter T, and we're going to equal a new instance of file info, and inside these parentheses we're going to give it a name. So we'll just call this output file.txt. So let's do Control F5 and just make sure this works. Yes, and our program works perfectly. So now we're going to go to the next line below this, and we're going to type this stream writer, and we're just going to call this text, and this is going to equal T dot create text. And I'm sorry, I spelled create wrong. Create text. Once we've declared this, then we can access the text variable. We'll do text dot, and this is just like console, text dot writeLine, and inside parentheses we're gonna go here, and we're just gonna type print this to file. So this is going to be printed to a file, and then we'll do text dot close. Okay, so before we run this program, let's do file, and then we'll do save all. Excellent. So then Control F5. So now I should have written this out to a file. So we'll go to the Start menu, and then go to Documents, Visual Studio 2005. And then projects, which is where all the projects that we've been working on are stored. And we see that we have this file output folder. We'll open this. And inside here we have the other project folder, so we're just going to open this project folder. And inside the bin directory, we'll see a debug folder. Yes, and now we're where we want to be. So we want to make sure that we get into the projects folder, then file output, and then file output again, the binary folder, the debug folder, and then here's where we're going to find the executable file, which is this file right here, and here is the output file that we created. So we'll open this, and here it is. It says print this to file. Perfect. Now let's delete this. Gone. Okay, so we'll just minimize this. Let's modify this program just a little bit. So we're going to keep this output file.txt. We're going to keep everything except we're going to go above this write line, and we're going to create a while loop. While. Actually, I'm sorry. Let's declare an integer, and this is just going to be x, and we're just going to get this equal to a set no value, so equals 0. And we're going to make a loop so that you can type in as many numbers as you want, but the second you do a number that's below 0, so a negative number, it's going to knock out of the loop. So we'll do the do while loop. Let me just get rid of the output window here. So do while x is greater than or equal to 0, and then end the semicolon. So then what we're going to do is we're going to prompt the user console dot writeLine. We're going to say enter a number, and I'm sorry, we're going to make this a dot write instead of a dot writeLine, and then we'll do x equals console dot readLine function. And remember that we have to do something to this, right? Because it's going to be coming in as a string. So we'll do int dot parse and encase the read line within parentheses. So now we're going to take in an x. So we're going to grab this x, and then we're going to check the x. So we're going to say if x is greater than or equal to 0, and then we'll have a little piece right here where we add it to the file. So we're going to do text dot writeLine, and we're going to have X. And once that prints out to the file successfully, I'm going to take this, I'm going to edit this, I'm going to get rid of this. So text.writeLine X to the file, and then we're going to do to the user, we're going to tell them console.writeLine. We'll say the X had X added to file. Okay, so what this should do is as you type in a number, as long as it is greater than or equal to 0, it's going to enter it in there. And we're also going to have an else, and then we'll say to the user console.writeLine exiting. So if you put in a number that's outside of that range, it's going to tell the user it's exiting, and then this is going to knock it out, and then we're going to close the output file. So let's do Control F5, enter a number, 10 added to file, 20 added to file, 100 added to file, 0 added to file, -1, exiting. So let's go back to this debug folder, and here we have output. Great, and then we have these numbers right here. So let's see what happens if we run this program again. We'll do Control F5. We'll do 5, 10, 2, 3, 4, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 0, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 1, 1, -500. Okay, let's take a look at the file. Aha! It overwrote the file. So do some research, figure out how you can append to this file. What we're going to do is we're going to come back in the next video, and we're going to learn how to read this data from this external file.